Hey everyone, Leah here. So today is Friday, October 4th, 2013. For those of you that may see this later on, and I have a few questions that I want to ask. The first being, what was the first thought that you had when you woke up this morning? If you're like me, it was probably, thank God it's Friday. And for me, it's a little different because that means I only have 2 more days left until I can sleep in because I love to sleep in. For you, it could have been that this was your last day at work and you're going to be able to sleep in tomorrow. Either way, it's a pretty good feeling to feel that freedom or that first burst of freedom. So, my second question is this: what would you do if you could feel that Friday affect every day? If you can feel that freedom every day? What if you didn't have to be chained down to a desk every day or behind a machine or filing files that you don't feel like filing? Whatever it is that you may do for a living, what if you didn't have to do that? What if you didn't have to deal with that boss that you can't stand, or a coworker with a bad attitude, or the customer that treats you like crap? What would you do? So I want to tell you a little story about me. When I was about 22, I was a junior going into my senior year in college, and I was working 2 jobs. And one was a night shift job. I was a supervisor at a psychiatric residential facility. And I remember being there overnight. I had to work the overnight shift, and I had to file every night. And so one night I was in the basement filing papers, and I just kind of had a thought come into my mind. It was like, is this all there is? Is this really what I'm going to be doing for the next 40 years? I just couldn't even fathom it. Like, really? It was so absurd to me that I'm going to have to do this for 40 years to only make $40,000 to $50,000 a year, which I knew at that point was not going to allow me to have the freedom and the lifestyle that I wanted, because I was going to have to be stuck behind a desk um, for 40 years, filing papers for 40. It just wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work for me. So that was my first, um, or the beginning, I say that. That was the beginning of my journey in affiliate network marketing. So I went in search of a company, or I started, doing research on all these companies, and I found one that I wanted to join. And I failed because I had little to no support. I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't lose the belief that it could work. Now looking back, I know that a lot of it had to do with my mindset. Um, I wasn't prepared, and I wasn't really mature enough at that point to own a business, because I was treating it as a hobby, for one. I wasn't holding myself accountable. I didn't have a clear-cut goal. I, I just lacked a lot of the qualities and things that I've acquired over time. So um, I never gave up per se. I would join ventures here and there, but I still had little to no success. So I had my aha moment not too long ago, actually. I was watching The Secret for like this, I think it was the second or third time that I'd ever seen it. And that's when the light bulb went off in my head. And it was like, you know what? Duh. I have to change my mindset, because a lot of the negative things that or my perception of the negative things that were happening in my life, I was attracting with thoughts and actions that I was doing. So once I realized that, and started to work on that, I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this affiliate network marketing another go. And I went back in search of, companies that I wanted to join. And I was on Facebook one day, and a lady that I had befriended years before. I don't even remember how many years I'd been friends with her, but she is now my mentor, and her name is Steph Perez. She had put a post up, and she was really excited about the company that she was involved with, and I don't even think that she put what it was, but her excitement just rubbed off on me, and I was like, well, I want to know what she's talking about. So I messaged her, and I was like, hey, I want to join your team. And I didn't know how much it was going to cost or anything at that point, because I really didn't have much to invest in it. But she sent me her link, and I went, and I was so excited because the company and the comp plan and everything was just so, um, it was going to fit all my needs, really. It wasn't too expensive to join. It was simple. It was great. And it also had a big perk for me, which is travel and discount incentives, because that's something I love to do, is travel. So um, it was one of the best decisions that I've made as far as companies wise in a long time. Um, Also, I realized that this time around, my mindset was right, and I'm going to achieve the type of success that I want and the type of income I want because of that. Because I now, I've realized I have to have a clear-cut goal. I have to have a definite purpose, and that's it. Like, I can't fail with that. So if you can relate to this video, and especially, if you're sitting there feeling the same way, that you want to have freedom, you don't want to have to wait until Saturday and Sunday to, be able to do what you want to do, then click the link below that I'm going to leave after I finish up this video, and, check it out. Because the only person that's holding you back from the type of lifestyle that you want to live is you. And you can change that. So that's the beauty of, you know, living, well, it doesn't even really matter where you're at, because Xplocial is international. So living in this day and age, you can change and you can achieve pretty much anything you want, and it really starts with you and your mindset. So I'm going to leave my link, and I'm also going to leave my link to Facebook and Twitter if you want to connect with me on there as well. And I'm going to go ahead and end this because I've talked a lot longer than what I expected. But I hope everyone has a good night, and I'm going to talk to you later. Thanks.